Hey guys, what is up? That is Team Yugi Fails here once again with another deck profile. We have something really fun today. This is going to be a Dracopals deck that I am currently playing. I like this deck a lot. I like Pendulum still. Obviously the deck did get hit, but it didn't do much other than take out some of the searching, which the deck still does a lot of searching. So I still think that this deck is highly viable. It still OTKs very, very easily, and even against stuff that like will hand strip you down and not let you do much, you can still make plays out of it. So let's hop right into this deck profile. Obviously, I'm going to be showing you guys the main deck and the extra deck. I will not be showing a side deck, but that's what I usually do. I don't show a side deck or anything because it's all dependent on what you guys are looking for to play at your locals or your big event that you're going to. So, we play triple, Perform Pal, Pendulum Sorcerer. He's your searcher and he pops stuff, so it's pretty good. And if he's a Pendulum Scale and you Pendulum summon some Perform Pals, they gain 1000 attack for the turn, which is obviously pretty solid. Triple Lizard Draw. I think this card at 3 is really good because you need more consistency in the deck now, and he gives you extra draw power, which obviously is always a good thing. 2 Guitardle. I think 2 of this is acceptable now. Before, I was playing 1 in most of my builds, but I think 2 of this is good because it allows for more drawing, which is what you want to do now, is you want to draw because you lost some of your searching for the deck. 1 Part Naga. Part Naga is really good. It helps you get over a lot of stuff, especially in the Monarch matchup. It helps you get over Vanity's Fiend and Majesty's Fiend, which is obviously a big problem. 1 Monkey Board. Monkey Board is a searcher. He's one of the ones that got hit to 1, obviously. Because if he was still at 3, I would definitely play 3 of them because he's so good. Same with Skull Crobat Joker. Skull Crobat Joker got hit to 1, which is really unfortunate because the card is really, really good. But that's okay, it happens. Then we play 1 Perform Pal Second Donkey. This card, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It got searches for me when I used it in testing, but like it's just something that kind of sits there. If I was playing Naturia Beast in this build, I would definitely be using this a lot more because it's an Earth, so I could very easily synchro into it. But I don't think it's like anything amazing. Double Vector, because we are doing the Dracopal engine, so you have to have vectors in here, as well as Double Master and 1 Luster. That's the ratio now for the deck, is playing 2 vectors, 2 masters, and a luster until the new one comes out, which I am really excited for. Then we go and we have 1 Mirror Conductor. Mirror Conductor is pretty good. I like it, and it's another scale, so it does help. Then we do Double Hat Tricker. That way you have more special summons and everything, which is what you're looking for in this deck. That way you can OTK. 1 Trick Clown. Trick Clown is actually good now because obviously with Plush Fire and Damage Juggler getting hit, you do have a lot less options of what you can do, and he does help a lot. Then we do Double Armageddon Knight. This card is pretty solid. I like it so far. If you guys saw my other PePe deck profile, it was of the Infernity build that I had, and that Infernity build I have actually changed a little bit since that deck profile, even though it wasn't too long ago. I switched it up a little bit just because there are other cards that I figured I could fit in there, and the deck was a lot more consistent after I added those cards, which was really, really cool because I like the deck to just be continually consistent. That's the problem that I have with a lot of decks, and why I don't play them is because they're not consistent enough. Then along with that we play a Zephyros and a Shaddoll Dragon. And for the last monster, we play 1 Mass Chameleon because he helps you go into synchro plays like Ignister or Omega. So going on to the spell lineup, we do triple Upstart, that way we can draw into everything that we need to draw into. We do triple Wavering Eyes, that way we can search off of whatever we want, and obviously Damage Juggler isn't a problem now, so that's a good thing. Then we do double Instant Fusion. Just because you have to special summon more stuff now, and Instant Fusion is really good to get Norden and then grab stuff from your graveyard. Double Draco face-off. Obviously you want to do this with the Draco engine in there. It's really, really good, and I definitely like this card. But I wouldn't play it at more than 2, just because it wouldn't be that great. 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish is obviously really good to dump stuff that you need to dump, like a Zephyros, or you could dump a Shadal Dragon, or if you really wanted to and you drew into those cards, you could drop a Trick Clown. It's there for multiple reasons. And we do 1 Raigeki, that way we can board wipe if we have to, which is obviously a really solid thing to do. 1 Rhoda, just to search Armageddon Knight, that way you can get to him quicker and dump stuff. And that does it for the spell lineup. And then the trap lineup is very small because we're only playing 1 card, and that would be our Treacherous Trap Hole, obviously being there for Rafflesia plays. So moving on to the extra deck, we do 1 King of the Fairlamps. You have a lot of reptile targets in this deck, actually, which is really neat. And you can search all of them, and you do really cool stuff, which is your goal, is to just do cool stuff with this deck and try and win as quickly as possible. 1 Trapeze Magician, obviously a really good card, helps you OTK a lot. I do 1 Cowboy. This is my 1 extra deck tech, I would say. It just lets you burn for game if you're right there, and you need to burn for game, so obviously it's pretty decent. 1 Diamond Dyer. I thought about playing this at 2 in this deck, but I didn't see a reason to play 2 of it. 1 Abyss Dweller, for obvious reasons. Abyss Dweller is really good. You play it against either Cosmo matchup, Mermail matchup. You could play it in the Mirror matchup if you really, really wanted to. But it's Dweller. Dweller's always been good. 1 Castell, for obvious reasons. Castell is a solid card. 1 Paladin. I don't know how I feel about this card. I don't really play it that much. Occasionally I will if I'm in a tight situation that I have to play around, and I really need a search at the end of the turn or something just to finish a scale. But that's really the only reason it's there. 101. I really like this card still. A lot of people say this card isn't that good. I really like it though. It does some really nice stuff. And if your opponent isn't playing Cosmo and you can steal one of their special summon monsters, obviously it's a good card to play. Then the 1 Rafflesia, like I said earlier, so you could activate your Treacherous from your main deck. 1 Emerald, that way you could shuffle stuff. You're going to have to shuffle stuff back in this deck, whether you like it or not. For the most part, you will need to, because of how much searching and everything that you're doing. Then we do 1 Omega. Obviously, like I mentioned before, it's there with Mass Chameleon, because that's the only way you can go into it, is by doing your Mass Chameleon play with another level 4. And then we do Double Ignister, which is summonable by Mass Chameleon or your Luster Pendulum. And then the last 2 cards, we do 1 Norden, which I also mentioned earlier, that's why we have the instant fusions, as well as the 1 Dinoster, just to protect your pendulums, and if your opponent forces you to go first, you can always put him out on the board. That way your pendulum cards will be unaffected. Your pendulum spells and monsters at that point would be unaffected, which is obviously a really good thing. So that rounds it up for this deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more deck profiles like this, make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment down below. You know all the good stuff. I will see you guys next time. Team Yugi Fail signing out.